Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is staring at a blinking cursor, wondering why ChatGPT is taking forever to answer a question that should only take a couple of seconds. They assume the servers are overloaded. They blame their internet. Some even think ChatGPT is broken. But in most cases, none of those are the real reason. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to identify what's slowing ChatGPT down and fix it in just a few minutes. One of these fixes alone can make the difference between waiting over 30 seconds for a reply and getting an answer almost instantly. Before we jump in, if you enjoy practical AI tips that actually save you time, make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. I test these methods myself before sharing them, so you're getting advice based on real experience, not random internet myths. Let's start with the first thing almost everyone overlooks. Step 1. Choose the right model. Here's something many people still don't realize. ChatGPT isn't just one AI anymore. Different models are designed for different jobs. Some are optimized for speed, others are balanced for everyday conversations, and some spend extra time reasoning through complicated problems before they answer. If you're asking something simple like writing an email, brainstorming ideas, summarizing text, or fixing grammar, using a heavy reasoning model is like driving a truck just to deliver a single envelope. It works, it's just slower than it needs to be. So before changing anything else, check which model you're using. If your task doesn't require deep reasoning, switching to a faster model can dramatically reduce response time while still giving you excellent answers. Now, here's something interesting. Many people notice ChatGPT becoming slow when in reality they've simply selected a model that's intentionally thinking longer. That's expected behavior. Don't use a race car for off-roading, and don't use the heaviest reasoning model for every tiny question. Now, here's where things get interesting. Even if you've picked the perfect model, ChatGPT can still slow down. And the next reason catches millions of users every single week. Step 2. Server load. Every time OpenAI launches a new feature or a new model, millions of people rush in to try it. During those periods, response times can increase simply because there are so many requests happening at once. If you're using the free plan, you're usually more likely to notice delays during busy periods because higher tier plans generally receive priority access when demand is high. But here's the mistake. The moment ChatGPT slows down, people immediately start clearing caches, reinstalling browsers, restarting their computers, or changing random settings, when the real problem is simply temporary server congestion. Before touching anything on your computer, ask yourself one question. Is everyone experiencing this? If the answer is yes, there's probably nothing wrong on your side. Waiting a few minutes is often the fastest solution. But let's say the servers are perfectly fine. There's another reason ChatGPT gradually feels slower over time, and this one is surprisingly common. Step 3. Stop using one conversation for everything. This might be the biggest productivity mistake most people make. Some users keep one conversation alive for weeks, sometimes months. Every project, every random question, every new idea, everything goes into the same thread. The longer that conversation becomes, the more information the browser has to manage, and in some cases that can make the experience feel less responsive, especially on older devices or systems with limited memory. Here's the simple habit that solves it. Use one conversation for one topic. Working on a resume? Start a fresh chat. Planning a trip? New chat. Learning Python? New chat. If you want to preserve important information, ask ChatGPT for a concise summary and paste it into a new conversation. You keep the context you need without carrying around pages and pages of old messages. That single habit keeps your workspace cleaner, your conversations easier to manage, and in many cases makes everything feel noticeably more responsive. But wait, what if a brand new conversation is still slow? Then it's probably not the conversation at all. Step 4. Check your browser. Sometimes ChatGPT isn't the problem. Your browser is. Browser extensions, accumulated cache, cookies, or even another tab consuming system resources can interfere with performance. Here's the fastest test. Open ChatGPT in a private or incognito window. Since most extensions are disabled there by default, you'll quickly see whether the issue disappears. If everything suddenly feels faster, you've narrowed the problem down. Then disable extensions one at a time until you find the one causing trouble. You don't have to reset everything at once. A few minutes of testing is usually enough. Now here's something that surprises people. Even with blazing fast internet, ChatGPT can still feel slow. Why? Because download speed isn't the whole story. Step 5. Check connection quality, not just speed. Most people only look at their download speed, but responsiveness depends on more than that. Things like latency, network stability, Wi-Fi congestion, and VPN routing can all affect how quickly requests travel back and forth. Imagine two roads. One has a very high speed limit but constant traffic jams. The other has a slightly lower speed limit but stays clear. The second road often gets you there faster. The same idea applies here. If you're connected to crowded public Wi-Fi or using a VPN server that's far away, try switching networks or temporarily disabling the VPN and compare the results. Sometimes that alone makes replies arrive much more smoothly. Now, before I show you the habit that fixes the majority of slowdowns, there's one mistake you should avoid, because this mistake actually makes troubleshooting harder. When ChatGPT starts feeling slow, many people immediately change 5 different things. They switch models, clear cache, restart the browser, refresh the page, reconnect the internet. Then they have no idea which change actually solved the problem. Instead, test one thing at a time. First, check the model. Then consider whether there might be temporary server congestion. Next, try a fresh conversation. After that, test your browser. Finally, check your network. That order saves time because it helps you identify the real cause instead of guessing. Now here's the habit that, in my experience, prevents more slowdowns than anything else on this list. The golden tip. Treat every new project as a new conversation. Don't build one giant thread that contains months of unrelated work. Separate conversations for purpose. It's easier to find information later, it's easier to stay organized, and if a conversation becomes unnecessarily long, creating a fresh one with a short summary often keeps your workflow feeling much more smoother. It sounds almost too simple, but small habits like this make a surprisingly big difference over time. One last thing before you leave. If ChatGPT suddenly becomes unusually slow for everyone, don't waste 30 minutes troubleshooting your computer. Check the official OpenAI status page first. If there's an ongoing outage or maintenance, the smartest solution is simply to wait until service returns to normal. If everything looks normal, work through the checklist you've learned today. Choose the right model, consider whether demand is unusually high, start a fresh conversation when appropriate, test your browser, check your connection quality. Most of the time, one of those 5 areas is responsible. Once you know how to identify the real cause, fixing slow responses becomes quick, simple, and repeatable instead of frustrating. If this video saved you time, that's exactly what this channel is about. Every week, I test new AI tools, features, hidden settings, and practical workflows to help you get more done with less effort. So subscribe if you want practical AI tips you can actually use, and I'll see you in the next video.